Martin here. Today's been a slam day again. Don't know if I should be happy there's only 24 hours in a day or upset that there's only 24 hours in a day. Because I feel like I'd get a lot more done if there were more hours. But I get what I can and everything else. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And so we prioritize what's important, right? It's what we do. And we get those things done first. And so I've been doing a lot of work with the pallets, the Amazon pallets that I picked up earlier this week or last weekend. And it's been off the hook with people wanting stuff. So I am mad at the opportunity to be able to serve and make a little bit of extra money for my family. Never mad about that. So we're doing it, you know what I mean? And so one of the questions I was thinking about earlier today is like, there's a saying that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? Who do you surround yourself with? Do you surround yourself with people who lift you up, tell you the truth? Or do you surround yourself with people who tear you down, lie to you? Do they follow through with what they say? Do they have integrity, right? It's amazing how, so in the recovery literature, it talks about that we are experts at self-deception, which means that I can deceive myself better than anybody. I'll tell myself that I'm doing certain things that I'm really not, right? Or that I live by certain principles that I really don't. Because I want to be proud of who I am, what I do, or just not ashamed of it, right? And so like, I trip out on listening to, because I deal with addicts all day long, right? And I deal with guys who, for whatever reason, they think they're smarter than me, or they know more, only to find out they don't, right? And it's interesting that I watch people tell me who they think they are, only to find out that they're really not those people. And I don't know why we have to lie about ourselves, right? Like, why can't I be honest about who I am? If I'm a scumbag, I'm a scumbag. Like, if I'm gonna be a scumbag, why don't I just be proud of being a scumbag, right? If I'm weak, be okay being weak, right? Because all these things are choices, right? Like, I choose to be weak if I'm weak, right? I choose to be a scumbag if I'm a scumbag. So why would I lie about those things and not be okay with telling people this is who I am? It's a trip, the mask that we live behind, the facades that we put up in front of people. And part of me has to think about, for myself, what masks do I put up, right? What are the perceptions that I want people to have of me that are not true? Or I believe them to be true only to find out they're really not, right? And like that's the hard part, because I can't be skeptical and judgmental of other people if I'm not willing to look at myself first, right? And it's really not being judgmental. I'm just being honest about some of the people around me. I watch them and I assess their lives, right? I always tell people, I know who you are by the God you serve, right? And I can tell the God you serve by the way you live. And people will come off as very spiritual, holy people and be just straight dirtbags. And I don't know if I get it. God's gracious and He's loving, He's forgiving. But it's hard to think that we run around using God's name, letting people know that like we serve Him, only to be a scumbag. It's one of those things that make you go, right? And so like, I keep talking about wanting to be the best version of myself. I keep talking about becoming more aware of the things I do and the things that I say and the places I go and the way I treat myself. And how many times do I give empty promises to people around me, right? And because like I was tripping out. I was really tired earlier today, right? And I still am tired, right? I'm averaging probably about maybe 5 hours of sleep a night right now, 4.5 to 5, because there's only 24 hours in a day, right? But like, I've given up sugar, and I've given up fake sugar, right? Sucralose, aspartame, whatever sweet and low is. And so like today, the bitch voice, the weakness, right? And I always say you can't negotiate with the weakness, right? I was driving I picked up one of the guys from the house from work, and I was driving home, and I was like starting to get really tired. And I told myself I'm gonna get an energy drink. I haven't had an energy drink since, before I gave up sugar, but since I gave up sugar, right? Like, but the day I gave up sugar, I told myself no more energy drinks because I don't want the fake sugar, right? Because most of them have like sucralose in them. And I take cash out. Well, I had cash in my car, and I grabbed cash because I'm gonna go buy a Bang or a C4 or something, right? And I get in the store, and I walk past them, and I keep going, and I end up getting a water. Well, actually 2 waters because they were on sale. And I need water anyways for the 75 hard thing, so it was better that I got the water anyways. But there was a moment of weakness that I thought, it doesn't really matter if I drink a Bang. It doesn't really matter. But it does matter, right? Like, I don't want, again, to be saying I'm something I'm not, or giving the perception that I'm somebody that I'm not, or, right, like just being a freaking liar to myself and to the people around me. Like, what my wife would have thought if I would have came home with an energy drink. I told her I quit them. All I'm doing is lying again, right? And the same thing that I want to combat in my own, right, from where I was when we started all this, probably end of May, beginning of maybe middle of May, maybe even before that. No, it was May. But I want to stop that. I want to stop being the person I was then to become the person that I want in my life, the person that I would admire and look up to, the person that I needed in my life. But how am I doing that if I give in to the first glimpse of weakness in my life? Pathetic. I didn't do it, but I had convinced myself I was going to do it, right? And so like I can't be critical of the people around me because, I can, but I can't be, and this is for my own integrity, I can't be critical of the people around me if I'm not living to the same expectation I want to hold people to. And the expectation is that I want people to be people of their word, right? I can't be a person, I can't hold you to that standard if I can't do it myself. So it's one of those things that need to be talked about, right? I gotta take the power out of it, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be a liar. I don't want to be a liar, a cheat, and a thief anymore, right? And so the only way to do that is to share the thoughts that I had about doing it so that they go away. And that's what I wanted to do here, was just share the thoughts of how easily it would have been just to give into the weakness. I even negotiated with myself on even making this video tonight. Like, I'm just gonna go to bed. It's fine. I don't have to do the video. I have to do the video, right? Like, I committed to that. Again, not being a man of my word. What would my word mean then if I don't follow through with it? It means nothing. It's garbage. And that's why I was like asking, like, if you're the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and they're not people of their word, they don't have no follow through. And this isn't for you to defend them and go, oh yeah, they do, blah, blah, whatever. Why would you defend people who don't deserve defending because they're really full of crap? Because you don't want to feel like you're full of crap because you hang out with them? Weak. Again. But I want to be a man of my word. Well, the way it starts is when the weakness creeps in, I have to dispel it immediately. And so it's good to have some integrity today. It is. It's really good. It feels good. I didn't drink the energy drink. I'm making the video. Weakness. Get behind me, Satan. Weak. Gotta come with something better than that. And I like energy drinks. That's my stuff. But not today. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know that we haven't done like the topic thing for a while, but like I want to get better at what we're doing. And so I just want to let you guys know that God loves you, and so do I. I hope you have a great day, and God bless you.